Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Shohei Ohtani's name carries the kind of weight that reverberates far beyond the foul lines of any stadium. When he steps into the batter's box, there's an electricity in the air, a collective hush, an expectant gaze from fans and opponents alike, waiting to see what kind of magic he'll unleash next. But right now, through the first 25 games of the 2025 season, that magic has felt more like a flicker than a flame. The Los Angeles Dodgers, an organization synonymous with dominance, swagger, and postseason aspirations, have found themselves riding a roller coaster of form. Some nights, they look like world beaters. Other nights, they resemble a team still searching for answers. And at the center of that emotional swing stands their two-way phenomenon, Shohei Ohtani, a player whose highs can single-handedly lift a franchise and whose lows, though rare, can expose its vulnerabilities. In the opening stretch of the season, Ohtani was the heartbeat of the Dodgers' offense. With Freddie Freeman sidelined due to lingering ankle issues, the pressure fell on Ohtani to carry the load. And carry it he did, slashing an eye-popping .333 .459 .667 across an 8-game winning streak. He was majestic, clinical, dominant. Every pitch looked hittable. Every at-bat was a show. Fans couldn't take their eyes off him. He wasn't just playing well, he was transcending. But then came the inevitable dip, the kind of slump that turns headlines into whispers and MVP talk into cautious concern. Over his last 15 games, the numbers tell a sobering tale. A .226 batting average, an on-base percentage barely scratching .300, and a slugging percentage that feels pedestrian by his standards. 21 strikeouts have piled up, only 7 walks to balance them out. This isn't the Ohtani we know. This isn't the version that intimidates pitchers before they even toe the rubber. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts isn't sounding the alarm just yet. But even his usually steady tone hints at some unease. There's a belief that Ohtani might be pressing, trying to will the team forward by doing too much at the plate. Perhaps it's the burden of expectations, or perhaps it's just the natural ebb and flow of a 162-game season. Roberts put it plainly. There are moments when Ohtani isn't being beaten by pitchers. He's beating himself. This was especially evident during a frustrating series against the Chicago Cubs. In one particular at-bat, Ohtani jumped ahead in the count 2-0, normally a green light for a hitter of his caliber. But instead of waiting for his pitch, he chased. Poor discipline, poor selection, a routine out. And with that, another opportunity missed. The Dodgers haven't been bad, but they haven't been great either. A 7-8 record over the past 15 games suggests a team treading water. And when your lineup is anchored by the most gifted two-way player in modern baseball, any drop-off is magnified. Ohtani's slump hasn't sunk the ship, but it's certainly slowed the sail. And there's a growing sense that when he finds his rhythm again, the Dodgers might rediscover theirs. What's perhaps most fascinating in this moment is the quiet patience radiating from Ohtani himself. This isn't a man panicking. He's not slamming helmets or flipping bats in frustration. There's a calmness to him, a confidence that the tide will turn. And while his bat has cooled, his work behind the scenes remains relentless. Take his bullpen sessions, for instance. While still limited in terms of what he's allowed to do, Ohtani has been ramping up his throwing routines with a level of optimism that contrasts his recent offensive struggles. His elbow, surgically repaired and closely monitored, is responding well. There's a twinkle in his eye when he talks about facing live hitters again. That competitive fire, always simmering beneath the surface, is starting to boil. The Dodgers staff is taking no chances with his recovery. Every pitch, every throw is scrutinized, calibrated, measured. But Ohtani's not fighting it. He understands a long game. He knows the road back to the mound is paved with patience and precision. And yet, with each bullpen he completes, with each smooth delivery, the whispers of his return to full two-way dominance grow louder. There's a poetic irony to it all. While the bat has temporarily betrayed him, his arm, once a source of concern, has become a symbol of hope, a reminder of everything he's capable of, a signal that the storm, however turbulent, won't last forever. For now, the Dodgers wait. So do the fans. And maybe, just maybe, so does baseball itself. Because when Shohei Ohtani is locked in, something shifts in the game's very fabric. He bends narratives, shatters norms, redefines what a single player can mean to a franchise. And though this stretch of games has dulled his shine, it's only made the anticipation more electric. What happens when he clicks again? When the patience turns into power, the slumps into streaks, the doubts into dominance. That moment feels closer than the numbers suggest. There's an energy building, a quiet storm gathering just behind the curtain. And when it breaks, the league better be ready. Because Ohtani, the true version, the one who terrifies pitchers and captivates crowds, isn't far away. He's just waiting for the right pitch. And when it comes, he'll remind everyone why this game, even in its slumps, is always just one swing from magic. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. It's official. One of the biggest shocks in recent baseball history has just unfolded. Mike Trout, the longtime face of the Los Angeles Angels and arguably the greatest player of his generation, has signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers. In a move that has sent seismic waves through the MLB landscape, Trout is not only switching teams. He's crossing over to the Angels' crosstown rivals, a team perpetually in contention and forever under the spotlight. This is the kind of headline that rewrites narratives, shifts power balances, and sets fire to the hot stove season. Mike Trout in Dodger Blue? It's not a dream, it's reality. For over a decade, Trout was synonymous with the Angels. Drafted in 2009 and making his MLB debut in 2011, he quickly became a generational talent, collecting MVP awards, all-star selections, and endless highlight reel plays. But despite his otherworldly production, the Angels could never give him the team's success his individual brilliance deserved. Year after year, Trout's name was in MVP talks, yet the Angels languished outside of serious playoff contention. Even the high-profile addition of Shohei Ohtani didn't change the franchise's fortunes in the way many had hoped. While Trout remained loyal, there was always an undercurrent of what if? What if he had a better supporting cast? What if he played for a team that knew how to build around him? What if he had a real chance at October glory? Now, those questions may finally be answered. The Dodgers, a juggernaut franchise known for their analytical prowess, deep pockets, and postseason ambitions, have swooped in and made the unthinkable happen. Trout's move isn't just a blockbuster, it's a statement. The Dodgers aren't just looking to compete, they're looking to dominate. And in Trout, they haven't just acquired a superstar, they've acquired a legend. The timing of this move couldn't be more poetic. With Shohei Ohtani now also donning the Dodgers uniform, what once seemed like an impossible dream for Angels fans, a Trout-Ohtani super team, will now be realized, but in Chavez Ravine, not Anaheim. The two most electrifying players of their era, now reunited, not as Angels, but as Dodgers. For the rest of Major League Baseball, this is a nightmare scenario. For LA, it's a Hollywood blockbuster waiting to be written. Details of the deal are already emerging, and the numbers are staggering. Trout's new contract with the Dodgers reportedly includes massive incentives tied to postseason success, reflecting both the team's ambitions and Trout's hunger to finally taste October greatness. Sources close to the player have indicated that this move wasn't just about money. It was about legacy, about winning, about writing the next chapter in a career that has already defied convention, redefined excellence, and now seeks the ultimate validation, a World Series ring. The fallout from this move is already being felt across the league. Angels fans, heartbroken and betrayed, are trying to make sense of how their franchise player, the one constant in a decade of mediocrity, could walk away. Many understand. Most are devastated. For the front office in Anaheim, this marks a new era, one that will be built without the man who carried their hopes for so long. For baseball purists, it's an end of an era. Mike Trout, no longer in red and white, but in the iconic white and blue of the Dodgers. It almost doesn't feel real. Trout's impact on the Dodgers will be immediate and profound. Defensively, he remains elite in center field. Offensively, he's a force of nature capable of changing a game with one swing, one sprint, one instinctive play. And now, surrounded by one of the deepest rosters in baseball, Trout won't have to do it all alone. He'll join a lineup that includes Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and of course, Shohei Ohtani. It's a dream team in every sense of the word. Pitchers across the league just collectively groaned. There's also a cultural dimension to this move. Trout has long been seen as a humble superstar, avoiding the spotlight even as his numbers screamed Hall of Fame. The Dodgers offer a different vibe. Big lights, big city, big expectations. But Trout seems ready to embrace the spotlight, ready to lead not just with his play, but with his presence. In many ways, this could be the reinvention of Mike Trout. Not changing who he is, but amplifying it on the biggest stage baseball has to offer. The reaction from his new teammates has been pure electricity. Mookie Betts took to social media with a simple message: "Let's get to work." Shohei Ohtani, in a rare public comment, said he was thrilled to be reunited with Trout, calling it unfinished business. The vibe inside Dodger Stadium is shifting. There's a buzz, an energy, a feeling that something special is happening. And why wouldn't there be? The Dodgers now boast 2 MVPs, generational talents, and perhaps the greatest one to two-punch the game has ever seen. From a marketing standpoint, this is gold. Trout, often kept in the shadows of smaller market baseball, will now be front and center. Every game will be an event. Every at-bat, a spectacle. Every home run, a headline. And as the MLB continues to compete for attention in a crowded sports landscape, having Mike Trout in one of the biggest markets in the world is a dream scenario for the league itself. As we look ahead, the pressure is real. Championships are expected, not hoped for. The Dodgers haven't won a full season title since 1988. The 2020 shortened season crown was a triumph, but many still view it with an asterisk. Now, with Trout in the fold, the expectations reach stratospheric levels. Anything less than a World Series appearance will be viewed as a failure. But if anyone is built for that kind of pressure, it's Mike Trout. He's waited his entire career for this moment. This move also raises questions about the Angels' future. With Trout gone and Ohtani already across town, they've lost their 2 icons in the span of a year. Rebuild is the polite term. Free fall might be more accurate. For now, though, all eyes are on the Dodgers, on Trout, on the season ahead. Baseball just got a whole lot more interesting. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.